Hi guys, and welcome to my WWE 2K Battlegrounds. Yes, I am here today to do my review of the latest WWE 2K video game. 2K Battlegrounds, which has been out for about a week now, a week or a few days. And yeah, I've got a lot to say about it. I only bought it yesterday, but I've been playing it for a few. I've played it for a few hours. I've played a bunch of matches. I've played a bit of the campaign. I think that's all you really need to know about this game to review it. Yes, so it's been released in place of WWE 2K21 because like we all know that got cancelled after how bad 2K20 did in terms of sales and the glitches and the bugs. So they've taken a year off, and we're going to get 2K22 next year. So in its place, we've got this little game, which is kind of like a mini game just to please us until 2K22 comes out next year. And has it pleased us? Yeah. So I'm going to say the things I liked about this game and the things I didn't. Very mixed on this game, I will say. Very, very mixed. Okay. So yeah. So I'll start off with the things I liked about 2K Battlegrounds. The gameplay it's fun. It's fun, goofy, over the top gameplay. You can tell they've taken a lot of inspiration from WWE All Stars, which came out in 2011. It's very similar to that in its style, just over the top. All the wrestlers like really big and jocked up. The gameplay is just ridiculously over the top. There's all these different powers like flaming fists, like all these different block moves you can get. Like you can use like all these ridiculous weapons like bikes. You can feed people to alligators. Like the ring like explodes when you do like really big moves. It's ridiculously over the top, like flaming fists and all that. And it is fun. Lots of different powers which you can power up throughout the matches. The finishes are really cool. Like all the finishes, like the best part of the game, I think. Each wrestler has their own finisher, of course, and it's like ridiculously over the top, like you go like what 20, 30 feet above the ring, and it smashes. Like Big Show's got like a massive choke slam. The Rock's got a massive people's elbow and a rock bottom. The ring shatters, booms. There's loads more too. That is really fun. That's fun. I will say it is fun in short bursts. There are lots of different match types in the game. I think there's fatal four-ways, there's triple threats, tag team matches, hardcore matches. You can do Royal Rumbles, which are a lot of fun. Steel cage matches, which I really enjoyed. They were a lot of fun, actually. Steel cage matches. So yeah, there's quite a lot to keep you busy for a few hours in the game. I think the campaign is fine. It's like a little comic book campaign where you just do these little. It's like a comic book strip where you're these different independent wrestlers that Paul Heyman and Stone Cold Steve Austin take under their wing to fight these different people in different areas. These different wrestlers. It's fine. It's nothing special, but it's fine. Yeah, and there's all these different arenas you go to. Like you start off in New York City, then you go to Florida, I think, and then there's like wrestling boot camp. There's Scotland, and I think you eventually end up at WrestleMania to do these big matches. And while you do the campaign, you unlock all these different battle points, which you use to unlock other wrestlers, which I'm not a big fan of, which I will get to in my negatives. So yeah, it's a bit of a grind, but it's fun, I guess, and you get to learn the moves and the different type of moves you can do. It is fun, I will say that, yeah. And I'm looking forward to playing this online with Callum, because I think it's going to be a lot. This game is going to be a lot of fun when you're playing with your friends. Yes, I think that's what its appeal is really going to be. I think on your own it gets boring after a few hours, but online I think this game could be a lot of fun. So yeah, I think playing with Callum online is going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. I think the different arenas are quite cool too. Like I said, there's quite a few different arenas in the game, which are a lot of fun to play as. And different ones you can there's the Florida where you can feed people to alligators. You just throw them in the mouths. There's Scotland, like I said, the WrestleMania. You can create your own arena too. I think that is pretty cool. Like the custom creation of the game is pretty good, where you can create your own different arena. Lots of different lots of different ways you can do it. I think that's cool. You can create your own wrestler. Like that's cool. Like you can have a little bit of fun there. So the custom creation in the game is fun, and the different arenas are fun. So yeah, those are my main positives of the game. Yeah, and that's really all I can think of in terms of positives. It's not terrible, it's not awful, but yeah, there's a lot of things I didn't like about this game, which I will get onto now. So those are my positives. Very, very limited move sets for most of the wrestlers. Like, I've never seen a wrestling game with this limited move sets. Like literally, I think over half the wrestlers all have the same basic moves. There's punches, there's throws, there's like several different grapple moves you can do, which most of them do the exact same. And yeah, and obviously, all the only thing that's different really is their finishes. And there's different, like there's high flyers, there's powerhouses, but at the end of the day, a lot of them have the same moves, which I found very disappointing, very, very disappointing. Like, honestly, the gameplay gets very repetitive very quickly because you end up doing the same 3-4 moves just over and over again in a match, and it just gets boring after a while, and you're like, come on, this it. Say what you will about 2K20 and 19 and 18 and the 2K numbered games. At least each wrestler felt different. They all had their own separate moves, which were unique to them. In this game, most of the wrestlers have the same moves. So, like Charlotte Flair, Robert Roode, Rey Mysterio and Ricochet, Taker and Big Show, they all have the same moves, like power moves. And it just, like, there's like very basic grapples, there's throws, and it just feels disappointing. Like they could have put so much more effort into this. If each wrestler had their own move sets, just like in the 2K20, it could have been much better, man. But yeah, like Stone Cold and The Rock, if you have a match with them, you'll literally do the exact same moves the entire match, each of them. The only thing that's different is the finishes. Stone Cold will hit like a massive Stone Cold Stunner, and The Rock will hit a big rock bottom at the end. And the different powers moves, like, the flaming fists or the ice fist. That's really it. And that's very disappointing for me, man. That's probably one of the biggest letdowns of the game. Also, another really disappointing aspect of the game. Yeah, the vast majority of the roster is locked away at the start of the game. Yes, you can only play as, I think, 20 different wrestlers at the beginning of the game. And the other, 50 wrestlers, 50 of them, women and men, they're all locked behind like these battle points or like a paywall. So the vast majority of the roster are all locked away, including different attires, because each wrestler has 3 different attires. But if you want to unlock the other 2, you still have to pay for them using battle points or coins. Battle points you unlock by grinding away in the campaign or just grinding away in matches. So you'd have to do a lot, and I mean a lot, of different matches if you want to unlock all the wrestlers, which doesn't even seem that fun because, like I said, the vast majority of the wrestlers have the exact same move sets apart from the finishes. So yeah, it's like you've got, and they're also, like I said, if you want to unlock them all straight away, there are battle coins, which are locked away in battle coin packs, and this is where the cheekiness starts. So the game is £35, which I think is a rip-off, because this game is not worth £35. No way. This game's worth £10, £20 at a push. But no, it's £35. You're paying £35 for a game when 50 wrestlers are locked behind battle points or battle coins, which you can unlock by grinding away in the game, or you can buy them via microtransactions. And I've looked it up. You can get a £40 battle coin pack, which you pay £40 for. That will unlock all the wrestlers in the game. £40. The game is only £35, so you're paying £40. You're paying more than what the game costs if you want to unlock everything in the game, in arenas, attires, and the wrestlers. That is dirty. That is dirty ass shit from 2K right there. Dirty little bastards, man. That's disgusting. I do not agree with that at all. £40. So yeah, it's terrible. And honestly, the game feels like a glorified mobile game. It feels like a game you play on your Samsung or your app or your iPhone on the Apple Store or the Samsung Store. Yeah, this does not feel like a game you play on PS4 or Xbox One. Yeah, it's such a letdown, man, in so many areas. And also, this is like a nitpick, but the soundtrack, there are only 3 songs on the game, like when you're in the menu. So yeah, you literally hear the same song over and over and over again when you're on the menu. Like, that's so lazy, man. So at least 2K20 had about 10 different songs, and you could change it to the wrestlers' theme songs to keep it fresh. I don't think you can do that here. So yeah, it's like, I do it for the glory. You hear that song all the time. It's so repetitive. And yeah, I think this game is so much missed potential, man. This could have been amazing. This could have been like a spiritual successor to All Stars, which came out in 2011. It could have been that if each wrestler had their own move sets, if they weren't all locked away behind a paywall at the beginning of the game, if the campaign had been more interesting, this could have been really good, a really good game. But as of right now, I think it's a massive letdown with the limited move sets. It feels so repetitive. Most of them are locked away, like I said. It's not worth £35. This is worth, like I said, £10, £20 at a push, if that. If I had a better soundtrack, like I said, but there are things I liked. The gameplay is fun in short bursts. The crazy finishes, the cool arenas, the different match types, and I think playing online will be fun with your friends. But yeah, when I look at this game, it is a massive missed opportunity, and I really do hope now that we've gotten this just so 2K can work hard on 2K22 next year. Because I swear, if 2K22 is not good, then I think a lot of fans are just going to go, yeah, I'm done with 2K. Can we please just get a good developer to develop some good WWE video games? So right now, I'm going to give 2K20, WWE 2K Battlegrounds a 6 out of 10. And that's generous. That is generous. I was probably leaning more towards a 5 on all the issues I've just said, but it's probably a 6 because I said the gameplay is fun. Hitting all those different cool over-the-top finishes, like they are fun, I will admit that. The comic book campaign is fine. And I think playing online with Callum is going to be fun, but for the most part, I think there's so many things they could have done better in this game, which I've said in my negatives. So, yeah, guys, have you picked up Battlegrounds? Are you going to wait till it goes down in price? Like, I recommend waiting until it goes on sale. Like, I didn't pay 35 quid for this, thank God. I traded in a few games, which I don't play anymore. So I only paid, about a tenner for this, which is, I think is fair enough. So, yeah, guys, what are your thoughts on 2K Battlegrounds? Do you like it? Do you think it's okay? Or do you just want to get a good WWE video game from 2K, which we haven't seen since 2K19? So yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all soon.